everyone. Welcome to my 30-day money boost where I am on my own adventure and you get to come with me. And I'm excited to see what's going to unfold for me and what's going to unfold for you. I am going to tap on a specific goal for myself and you get to choose a goal for yourself. And we'll see where we are from the beginning and then after the 30 days. And then, so what happens with tapping is the results may not necessarily be immediate. You will start to see some changes, some movement, but a month or two after the tapping, you'll really get to see where, what has come or what flourished as a result. So go ahead and take out your pencil and your paper so you can write down your goal. We're going to just pick one. And so there are some parameters. I don't want you to pick your biggest money goal because honestly, if you've been working on a goal for your entire life, for many decades, 30 days most likely will not be enough time in order for you to completely clear. So I would say, what is your next step goal? What's your next step goal? So I remember when I first did this challenge, it was right for myself. It was right after the pandemic. And a lot of my contracts or clients had dwindled. And I said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give myself a boost and go into working full time. Well, part-time actually. And my unemployment is going to be stopping because of, the pandemic. And I need to get myself back up and out again. And so what I did was did my 30-day boost. And at literally that was in November, December. In January, someone was saying, hey, we're looking for someone to do this position. And just ironically enough, and it's not ironically, but serendipitously or miraculously or however you want to look at it, I was starting to attract that. I took some classes and was getting a certification on the very things that they were looking for my own business. And so I was in prime position to be able to take over and bring in extra $1,500 a month. So I'm going to take you through that process so you can see what's going to happen for you. Let's see. Let's get started. This is a challenge that is centered around my goal, which is increasing my business income goal. And you have your own goal. What I'm saying may not necessarily be totally applicable to your financial situation because you may be, maybe you're saving for retirement, or maybe you are saving for a car, or maybe you would like to build your passive income, or so I don't quite know what your goal is, and this is the best that we can do at this point because we're not in a private coaching situation or even a group coaching situation, but have fun and let's get started. So go ahead and you have your piece of paper out there, and so write down what your next step goal is. So you have your next step goal there. Take a deep breath and breathe. Notice your body. One of the things that happens is people think they're connected in the now. They think they're in the now and creating a goal, but really they're disconnected. And so our bodies are always in present time. And when we can be present with difficult or painful emotions we want to hide from, avoid, fight, then we're actually being able to be more in our bodies and to manifest into this world, this three-dimensional world, what we're creating. So you have your goal there. Remember, it's one goal. It's a next step goal, so not your full goal, because what happens is you can have, so if you have a bigger goal, so say your goal may be you can open up your eyes. So say your goal is to make $100,000 in a year's time. Well, right now you're making 25K or 50K even. 50K to 100K a year is a big jump. Now, this, it can happen if you're committed to clearing and you can take steps. But this program is probably more for people who have been having blocks to take those steps. So if you have a goal of bringing in an extra $10,000 in a year, maybe you'll fulfill that goal over a 5-year term because you would have, or maybe even 3 years, because you would have learned the tools, you would have been practicing them, you would have had your focus on creating that goal as opposed to, wanting that goal but not being able to have it. So these are some of the things that I talk about in my course and in my private and group coaching programs. I help people understand that a little bit. But for you right now, just pick your next step goal. So this may be your ultimate goal, but if you're here, your next step goal isn't all the way over here. Your next step goal is probably here. Okay, so maybe this year it's an extra 10,000. Next year it's an extra 20,000. The year after that, maybe an extra 50,000, which you could do over a 3-year period. You may not be, so you may have been experiencing a lot of discouragement because you're like, oh, I have this goal to get here. One, you don't have tools to be able to start to clear that. Your patterns, your habitual, mental, emotional, and behavioral patterns have to change. So that's how we begin to manifest. And so once you learn tools that are effective for you, you start getting to the root of things, you get confidence in your ability to create and manifest and, bring things into existence, then you start to, be able to take those quantum leaps and take really big steps. And because you can hold the space, before before you may have just jumped into it and then you're floundering and you're like, what's going on? You're ungrounded, you're all over the place. But now what you're learning is how to have tools first for you to be able to be grounded, to be present, to feel safe and secure, to have your confidence, to be able to release, have these tools on knowing specifically and practicing. So it's one thing to know, it's another thing to do. So you're learning and practicing and you're learning and you're doing. And so that's what this 30-day challenge is for you to get a little taste of how you can begin to, or this is my 30-day challenge. So you can get a taste into what I'm doing and you can go along on the program with me. Okay, so you have your goal there. So let me think of my goal. Relaxing. Let me close my eyes. So go ahead and you can imagine your goal, whatever that is. And so this program isn't for people who is easily able to reach their monetary goals. This program is for people who've been experiencing money blocks. So if you sit there, you say, oh, yes, I'm noticing my goals. And then I say, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you confident that you can have this goal within the next year? And so just allow the real emotions or thoughts to come up. And go ahead and read and write those thoughts, emotions. You may come up with some experiences, some past experiences, some fears. Just go ahead and write that. And I'm going to write my own. And so go ahead and you can follow me with my tapping. I have this goal. I'm going through this challenge with you. I've done it. I've worked with lots of different people, but now I'm up a level with myself. And I said, why don't I take you all along with me? And so let's see. So type in some of the experiences that you had after your first, completing your first module. And For me, I know as I sleep, I rejuvenate, things are happening. And so already you can tell things are moving. I had a couple of ahas. It's like, oh yes, celebrating your successes, celebrating your steps. I love this. This has caused me to have so much joy in the journey, because remember, it's the destination, but it's also, and it's the journey. Validating my steps and validating myself has been so amazing, and realizing how far I've come. I may have, you may be here. This may be your goal, and you're here. You started here, right? And so you're here, you look back and you're like, wow, look what I've done. And I was able to kind of really, during this session as well, tap through just having just more celebration, more validation, more joy, creating much more positive energy in terms of me, of all the things that I've done so far to get even here to talk to you all. So I'm really excited for day number 2. I'm going on this journey just like you all. Put it in the chat, leave a comment on a breakthrough that you experienced. And you can also share like what you're continuously tapping through. It was a really great reminder for me that I could just tap on a static thought. So if your thought is, this will take a miracle, this is impossible, this is impossible, this is impossible, clearing it's impossible. Wow, it feels like a little possible now. That's amazing. That's a miracle. I wonder how this is going to come through. I wonder how this is going to come through. I wonder how I'm going to reach this goal. I wonder how this process is going to be for me. I wonder how many steps. This is so great. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. I am actually enthusiastic. I am inspired. I am inspiring myself, and I validate myself. Anyway, I just threw that in for free. But you see how easy it can be. So, this way you don't have to spend, $400 or $500 on an acupuncturist, or another $400 or $500 going to get acupressure. You can still do those things for self-care, but this starts to get you in control, to help you start to move some of this energy, and so you can release some of these mental, emotional blocks, change your belief patterns, change your behavior, be seen, get out there, make that money, reach that goal. Good job. I'll see you tomorrow, day number 2.